Bienvenidos!
You guys, I cannot contain my excitement.
Welcome back to another Pan Those Eyeshadows. I just get so excited to do this video. This past month has been so exciting for me and shocking all at the same time because this is not how I planned things, but it worked out in the end. So I have my 4 shadows here that I want to share with you guys my progress, where I've been, what I've been doing with them, and so on and so forth. But first, obviously, if you're new, bienvenido. Alejandra, I go by Alec. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a project pan. If you want to continue to see that kind of content on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with this update. I'm telling you, I'm like a kid in a candy store with this project pan. As much as I sometimes want to break from this project pan, I'm not even gonna lie to you, when new things come into my life as far as eyeshadows, I sometimes just want to put these aside and just play around with fun stuff. But I still have so much fun with this project pan after this long. I don't know. So I have my 4 shadows here, you guys, and one specific shadow shocked me this month in a good way, but it shocked me. And I actually thought to myself, oh my goodness, they're gonna think that I did this on purpose, or I purposely, I'll explain to you guys when I get to that shadow. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first one. Okay, so let's start out with our single that we have. This is the second round it's been. This is the Urban Decay Glitter Rock Single. Last month, I used this 21 times, so I had 7 or 6 more uses left of it. You guys, I got to the 6 uses, and I told you guys, we were not going to hit pan on this thing. Are you kidding me? These are going to get buried with me. I'm going to end up using these as like fill in the hairline when I get older in different colors. These are ridiculously amazing, 1, and 2, they're just, you don't need a lot of them, and it's a specific formula where you're not like having to dig in here or you're going to see some sort of formation of your finger or brush. This was gorgeous. I loved every second of it. There was nothing wrong with it. I am enjoying these more and more. This project pan has allowed me to fall in love with these kind of products more than before. I already loved them, but I love them even more now because of the versatility of them throughout my whole entire makeup collection and the way that I do my makeup. So rolling out my single, and we're gonna roll in a new single. Okay, so let's go in with the second oldest shadow in this round. This is the second time I've had this one in here. This is the Nomad Antilles palette. I rolled in Diamond Waterfalls. I can never remember that name, and I don't understand why. So with this one, last month I used it 11 times. So I had quite a bit of ways to go with this one. I wasn't even halfway done with it. And you guys saw the progress of where I was the last month, and you guys, look what happened. We have hit pan on this shadow. This is a gorgeous shadow, and that's a decent pan. That's not a digging pan. That's an actual decent pan. So I ended up using this one 22 times to hit pan on it. That's actually pretty good. I was getting close to the 27, but I didn't exactly get there. How I used it the whole entire time was my lower lash line. I showed you guys last month how I did that. So I'm not posting any photos. Actually, this month it's very hard for me to post photos because of the way I was using these shadows. So you may not see any looks up here anywhere, but I'll explain to you guys. So anyway, this was used on my lower lash line all the way up until the 22nd use, lower lash line, and it was beautiful. It went with anything and everything that I did. I truly enjoyed it. I really did. And I did get a chance to play around with some of these other shades. So this is going to go into my rankings for this upcoming month because I did get a chance to use some of the other shades. I've already used this palette and I've done a review years ago, 2-3 years ago on this palette. So I already knew my thoughts on it. But now that I have a pan in it, I can see, you know, I'm going to pick another one to hit pan on, but I'm just happy I got pan. That's all. I'm just happy I got pan. All right, so let's move on to this one. This one was rolled in last month. We're not even going to bring up the mistake I made. Mistakes happen, you guys. It's okay. We're just going to go with the flow. So I rolled in the shade Manifest, and it's a brown shade. Now this palette, this was the first year I got a chance to play with it. Back in January, I used it quite a few times. I got sick. Then I started to continue to use it in February. So I had my thoughts. It's already been ranked. So I decided to use that shade as an eyeliner because it's a beautiful dark chocolatey brown. And you guys, this is the shadow that shocked me. And when you see that, I hit pan on this. When I hit pan on this one, I told myself, oh my gosh, you guys, I have a feeling they're going to think that I cheated, that I purposely dug. You guys, when I hit pan on this one, my mouth dropped. Literally dropped. I was like, oh crap, I hit pan. I was actually kind of bummed that I hit pan because I was really into the groove of using this one. I used it as an eyeliner 7 times. That's all that it took to hit pan on this one. And you guys, you could see that it's actually a pretty nice pan for an eyeliner pencil. I used an angled liner. I didn't use anything bigger than that. And that's a pretty decent pan for that kind of brush. 7 uses. I forgot how shallow these shades are, but I got a pan in here, you guys. For this palette to be brand new in the beginning of this year to now having 1 pan, I'm very, very happy with that. Totally shocked me. I was expecting to hit a usage goal or getting close to further along to hit pan. I didn't expect it to be that soon. So this is the palette that shocked me and I was not expecting to roll out, but I am. And last but not least is my Menagerie Feral palette. This is one of my top favorite palettes ever of life. So I rolled in the shade Alpha, and obviously this palette has been used, but we all know Menagerie shadows are very pigmented. So you don't need a lot to use these. And I've already had one of their palettes already in this project pan last year. So I know it's hard to hit pan on. But I rolled it in and you guys can see now what it's looking like. You guys see that right there? Now this one I replaced it as my eyeliner shade from the Beauty Bay. When I hit pan on the Beauty Bay brown shade, I started to use this one as an eyeliner. And you guys, I have it on today, but you probably won't tell because I have false lashes on. But I want this shade in an eyeliner. It's so beautiful. It's a gray, but it has brown to it. It's a brown gray. So it's this beautiful shadow that you can see that I have eyeliner on, but it doesn't look so dark. And it's not too gray. It's like that perfect color. It's pigmented, or it shows up enough to show the definition on your eye, but it's not like, whoa, you're wearing black eyeliner, you're really trying to stand out kind of thing. It is a beautiful shadow for that. And that's the only way I've used it. So far, I've used this 12 times. So I have a little over 15 more uses of this. Yeah, about like 15 more uses of this. I don't see myself having an issue using it for 15 times. Will I hit pan? I don't know. Has a nice dip in it, but I'm not digging like this. I'm actually just stroking my brush from left to right to coat it and then use it because it is so pigmented that if I were to dip or dig in here, whoa, it'd be way too much. So I just literally grab it like a paintbrush where you're brushing like this. That's how I grab that eyeliner to put it on there. That's why the actual shadow, if you see, it has like, it's rounded, it's not concentrated in like a line, it's more like a round because of the way that I'm putting the brush in. So this is the only shadow that is going into this or keeping in here. It's staying in here. Can you guys tell? I'm like all over the place. I hope in the beginning of this video, I did show you guys the color story because I always forget to do that. I'm going to pop that photo in editing, Alex, remember that anyway. So now that we have our update on this, I'm going to share with you guys the color story of the last few months so we can see what we have been working with, and then we're going to pick our new shadows coming up. You guys, so we're gonna pick a single to replace this one and 2 palettes to replace these 2 palettes. Whew. I was only expecting to roll out 2 things, but 3 things, that's awesome. So you guys, let me see, here we go. So here are my single shadows. Let's see what we get. Dose of Colors Reflection. That is I don't know what color that is, but okay. We're gonna roll with that one, you guys. Oh, by the way, if you do not know how I do this project pan, all my rules are down in the description box. Just in case I do something and you're like, wait, that's not what you said. It's down there. All my rules are down there. Okay, so here is the next one. 2 palettes, you guys, 2 palettes. So here we go. Essence Dancing Queen. I think that's the green one, isn't it? That might be the green one. What? Okay. And the next one. Oh gosh. Oh. Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy Palette. I'm going to admit to you guys right now, I have yet to use that one. Welcome to my world. All right, let me grab all three of these items and then we're going to pick which specific shade we will be using. All right, you guys, I have my three things. And can I just say that autocorrect always does me dirty. Two of my palettes that I rolled in here autocorrected to something that it wasn't because it's Dancing Green and Too Faced, and it says Two Faces, and it says Dancing Green. I'm telling you, autocorrect always does me dirty. If you guys ever message me on Instagram and I respond to you, guarantee you there's going to be a word that did not make any sense because it autocorrects me like if I'm an idiot. I don't know. Maybe my iPhone situation thinks that I'm speaking Spanish. I don't know what it is, but it drives me nuts. So I'm sorry for the mistakes on my wheel here. I'll try to fix them. So for the single, I thought it was this one, but I wasn't sure. That's why I hesitated. This is the Dose of Color. These are the Block Party eyeshadow singles in Reflection. And oh my gosh, this is going to be interesting because this one is pretty deep. But yeah, that's deep. That's like a dark blackened brown, but it is pretty. See it right there? That one actually will go really nicely. Now let me swatch the Ferrell one to go next to it so you guys can see those two together. Oh, that actually would be nice. See how pigmented that is? Like that is ridiculous. I didn't even like roll into that. So this is why it would be a great eyeliner. These two would actually look nice, but am I really in the mood for a cool toned look right now? No, not really. I'm like turning into the colorful queen again for the next month or so. So I just want color. We'll make this work though. I'll have my neutral days. I still want my neutral days. So this is the Essence Dancing Green one. I'm actually very excited that I have this one. Again, this is more cooler toned as well. But it'll be interesting to say the least. So we have 6 shades in here. So let's see. The last one, which is this shade right here called Only 17. That's actually really nice. Okay. I could do that. That could actually be a nice inner corner highlight too. Can you see that? It's not as pigmented, so I have a feeling I'm going to have to build this sucker up when I use it on my eyeballs. There it is right there. Look how cool tone this is. Okay. And the last one. This is the Too Faced Extra Spicy. I warned you guys I had yet to use it. Here it is right here. Full-blown warm tones, but this gives me the opportunity to play with this whole entire palette, which I really, really like. I already played with this one, so I have an idea of what it is, but this Too Faced one, no. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 shades, and it smells delicious. As I'm opening this up, it actually smells real good. Number 11. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is this matte shade right over here called Cinnamon. I don't know if I like that. That's actually a really, really pretty shade. And it actually would work really nicely with some of these. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll be using this palette, you guys. It smells real good. Okay, so here is our color story. There it is. Too Faced, Essence, the Menagerie, and our single from Dose of Colors. I can actually do a look with all 3 of these if I wanted to. That actually wouldn't be so bad. Surprisingly, the shade that I rolled in works with these. This yellow really would look really nice with this one or even this one. So you guys, I'm actually not upset. If I chose to do a look with just these singles or these shadows right here, I still could make a look work. But you guys know that I like to throw in things and I'm testing new shades out. I have a few new palettes. My rehab will be coming up, so you guys know. I post them on Instagram too, the new ones that I have, so you guys can see. But that's actually really pretty. I wish it was more warm toned, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't bring warm tone palettes in. So let's think about this. I have a feeling that I'm going to roll out the Menagerie one. Obviously, I only have 15 more uses of it, and that's not going to be a problem. I think this one is going to go next, which is the one from the Essence, because that's pretty easy enough. And this one, just because this is a transitional shade, and I can just throw that in with almost any look, whether it's colorful or neutral in my looks. So the only one that I think is going to give me a little bit of trouble is the Dose of Color ones, which is the single. So that's it, you guys. Woohoo! I'm excited. We got a palette that I have yet to touch. And the other ones I've worked on, so at least I don't look like an idiot having all brand new palettes constantly in here. That makes me happy. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put my videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.